So there's a classification method that they use. The
Hmm.
idea is that if it is dangerous or anomalous, it must be contained, okay, to protect humanity. That's the idea. So there are 5 different levels, 5 of them. So
Hmm.
the first is safe, no big deal. Just lock it in a room, bury it, Indiana Jones style,
You
just in a
put it in a drawer.
warehouse. Yeah,
Yeah, you put it
it'll
in
be
a drawer.
fine.
It's
Just leave it
fine. Yeah,
there. Okay.
it's just weird. It's just weird. It's a weird piece of
It's a
paper.
weird thing. Weird things happen around it, but in general, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody
It's easy.
dies.
Nobody die. Well, they could die, but like you deserved it.
Yeah,
You
like you're
deserved it.
stupid. Like
It's fair.
you're a Trumpster. You know, like you
Right.
incriminated yourself in court and it killed you. Anyway, moving
Exactly.
on. Okay,
Exactly.
what
So
next
then
level?
there's Euclid. So
Mm,
Euclid means it is a constant fight. It can be contained. However, if the proper steps are not followed, people will die. It may escape. So it's a
mhm.
constant battle to keep it contained. Then there's Keter
Keter.
class,
Yeah, Keter,
which
baby.
is constantly breaking out, constantly uncontained, and consistently will evade capture. Dangerous and unpredictable. Now,
Keter means you'll die. Like I feel like Euclid means you might die. Keter means you'll die a lot. Like
yeah, well, Keter means it really wants to kill you too.
mm,
It's we're not in charge of the situation, but we may get lucky. That's it,
mm,
right?
mm.
Maybe a discovery. Now this is where it gets interesting. There's the next one, which is Thamiel,
Thamiel.
Thaumiel,
Thamiel.
which is a counter object. Essentially, it's something that can be used to by mankind to protect mankind against other Keter class things.
Mm.
And then there's Apollyon, which is
Apollyon. End of the world
it's
shit.
just well, it's just a matter of time before it happens. That's we are not in charge of the situation. It is coming. It's on their clock, and we can just kind of
And end of the world
hopefully it's
shit.
later.
End of the world shit is up there. And then I think then there one
Yeah.
above that too. Like I forget what above Apollyon, or am I crazy?
No.
Those-
Fun.
Okay,
So
so
much
like
fun.
my favorite one, I think it's called like Young Cthulhu or something. But like they have like
Yes.
so like they have teenage Cthulhu in
Yeah.
custody. But I got this. But they have him in custody because he turned himself in, right? Because like he's not with all the death cults and stuff. Like people
Just
keep
hanging out.
Like he's just a guy. Like he's just like a guy trying to be like
Short
trying
ones.
to
Just short.
playing fucking Minecraft and StarCraft, and he's just trying to get his D&D on, and then like people break into his house and sacrifice goats and shit. So he's like, you know what? Can you guys lock me up? Cause just to keep the crazies away from me,
I believe the term were murder sex orgies is what
yes,
they would have in his
yes,
house. Murder
yes,
sex orgies.
murder-
And he was
murder
like,
sex
hey,
orgies.
that's
Hey,
gross.
because you guys,
Make sure you clean up. I'm
Yeah.
going to go in the other room.
I'm gonna go in the other room. Yeah. Like they were, and then like they broke into his containment unit, right? And like they were slaughtering shit. And he's like, I'm in the shower. Like, can you guys
Uncomfortable.
leave? Like, this is just awkward.
Murder sex orgy. He goes, too many fluids, too many people, not interested.
Not interested.
No thanks.
No, thank you. No.
And I feel like that's a top tier, Apollyon level.
Well, it's the
SCP,
whole thing,
right?
was,
Like
the whole thing, they were just keeping him, and he even told them, he's like, in 1,000 years, I'm gonna end the world, but for now, I'm just a dude.
Yeah,
and he's like,
he's just hanging out. He's just hanging out. He gets paper. He gets the newspaper every day.
Mhm.
Chills out, and that's it. And the best part is his complete lack of fucks when it comes to the people that are like, listen, they break in and have the murder sex, and we're talking about they break in by killing everyone there. Killing everybody, and they get there, and he's like, hey, and they're like, we came to serve you. He's like, I'm actually pretty good. Yeah, you guys can just leave. I'm good. I can walk out whenever I want.
You guys just killed Paul, and he brings me my coffee. To hell, man.
I liked Paul. A wall. They cut through the wall.
Yeah.
And in the end,
let's back it up. Like just humans in general. Just anyone. If you find a giant wall, turn around.
Just turn around. That's it. Just
what
turn
are you
around.
doing? There's a reason.
This is the problem. Being inquisitive is a dumb move. I'm just gonna say, wanting to learn is not the same as being inquisitive.
Don't cut the wall. Don't cut a hole in the wall.
Don't
Why
cut
would
the
you?
wall.
They cut a hole in it. Why would you cut a hole in it? Why would you do that? It's clearly there, keeping something in, and you let's make it Swiss cheese, guys. No, you guys.
They cut through that wall, I believe a subsequent wall, and then 6 more. So it was 8 walls in total, which you're like, listen, guys, if it's 1 wall, turn around. 8 walls, you deserve whatever's coming to you.
Whatever happens after that, whatever happens at the first wall is just karma. But 8, yeah.
That's a dedication to stupidity that only comes with upper education. It's higher education gives you that kind of inquisitiveness.
He's also a murderer. Like if you annoy him, he'll kill you.
Like a lot.
Like a lot. Like one guy noticed that like his bag is like Mary Poppins' bag. Like he can just pull anything out of it. It doesn't seem it's like an endless void. Like he can pull things that are bigger than the bad out of it. He can get whatever he needs. And he's like, yeah, just whatever tools I need, the bag makes, right? And one guy's like, can I look at the bag? So like he pulls up a blind in his cell and sets up like a surgery blind, and the dude like disappears into the bag and then comes back out like lobotomized.
That seems fair.
Like
he deserved it.
Yeah, like why? Like if he's covering the blind, like if he's making it so other people can't see you, leave again.
Yeah,
you're smarter than this.
That is not a safe place. No, it's not a safe place to be. No. And listen, this is the best part about this. So he is Euclid class. Euclid class, to remind everyone, means that it is a constant job to keep them contained, and also there's a little bit of complacency from their part that they're willing to be contained. But if they wanted to, they could turn. If he stopped getting patients to treat, and the interaction that he requests for his research,
he would leave, and there's nothing. He really could,
and there's nothing you could do to stop him.
So eventually he does, because eventually he cures it. Right? He asks. This is funny too. He fucks with people. So he asks for, I'd like your cousin, right? Because he gets to ask for research people, and they provide it. So he's like, Dino, I want your cousin, right? And Dino's like,
pick one. Anyone. I have lunch.
Dino's like, no, not my cousin, not my cousin. He's like, no. I want a gorilla. I want a great ape, right? So he's like, you're fucking with you, like your distant cousins, like the apes. So like, and then he just keeps working on chimps and gorillas until he figures out how to lobotomize them perfectly. And then he's like, I've done it. I've cured the human problem. And all the doctors there are like, no, don't do that. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, well, happiness comes in lots of forms.
I'm going to do that thing. And he I forget, we have to look at the ending. I'm sorry, and we're running out of time here. But like somehow they recontain him by convincing him that lobotomizing us all is bad. Somehow, some way.
I feel like we're living that existence right now. Maybe they lied. They didn't contain him, and we're all being lobotomized because, let's be honest, there's some dumb people out there.
Real dumb. And they...
Real dumb.